Are you listening?
Welcome to the Nerf Report. My name is Bryant, and for today's show, let's talk about a little game called Resident Evil. You know, it's been a while since we talked about old Resident Evil Locho, but today I wanted to talk about a massive leak from last week in regards to a partnership between Stadia and Capcom. If you weren't aware, last week Capcom's internal documents were leaked, which included a contract between Capcom and Google Stadia in which Capcom would bring Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8 to Stadia, and all Stadia had to do in response was bring a giant pile of cash to the table. Now, how big of a pile are we talking about? $10 million. Now, this is clearly a massive story, as it highlights Google's commitment to Stadia and their willingness to dish out cash to bring brand new games to the platform. Like, Resident Evil is a massive name in the world of gaming, and having any of those games on your platform more than solidifies your presence as a valid platform. And when you have a game like Resident Evil Village that promises to be a groundbreaking next-gen game from both a graphical and a storytelling perspective, ensuring that this game, the future of Resident Evil, is on your platform day one is such a massive deal. But not just that, but Stadia has become such a valid alternative to gamers today, especially with next-gen consoles still having the struggles of installs, downloads, updates, and storage space. Like, personally, I have had my PlayStation 5 for a little more than a week now, and I've already had to delete multiple games in order to make room for other games. Now let's fast forward to spring 2021, when the next-gen consoles are home to tons of new games. Players can either choose to clear up storage space to make room for Resident Evil 8, or they can sign up to Stadia and play instantly with no load times, patches, or downloads. That is a very valid proposition. And outside of Resident Evil, when you begin to think about things like cross-progression and Google Stadia, the idea of any of these games arriving day and date becomes massive. Because with cross-progression, Stadia goes from being a Me Too product to, well, a solution to a problem. If a gamer wants to continue Resident Evil Village, but they're away from their PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, Stadia and cross-progression would allow players to continue that game wherever they left off, on any device that they want. And that is an awesome thing to think about. But what do you all think? You know, are you excited about Resident Evil coming to Stadia? Do you think that Google overpaid? And could you see Stadia doing more of this in the future? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Hey, thanks again for checking out our channel. If you like what you saw and you want to see more content just like it, which who wouldn't, hit the subscribe button right there. And while you're down there, hit the like button. Maybe even consider becoming a Nerf Report best friend, just like the people listed down below did. In fact, don't you want to see your name there? I know I do.